Hi, this is Darren with Big Daddy Scripts. I'm going to show you the new weapons menu. So /weapons brings it up. So you have your categories here on the left, and all of this is customizable. And there's an add-ons JSON file where you can add weapons in. It's super easy to do. You can create custom categories, or you can add them to these categories. There's also permissions, and those permissions are broken down into things like spawn by name, these global options for unlimited ammo and no reload, armor and who can set it and who can't, the give all weapons, the remove all weapons, and then there's a permission per category that you can set, so you can take out whole categories if you don't want them, or lock them down to somebody. And then there's permissions per weapon, and you can either allow everybody, disable it for everybody, or set a permission that is the lowest permission allowed to spawn either the category or the weapon or use one of these. There's also loadouts, which is this button here, and you can save and load loadouts from here and edit them, and I will show you that as we go. Obviously spawn by name, that's pretty obvious what that is. The global options are the unlimited ammo and the no reload. These don't work exactly like you'd think. I never understood exactly how vMenus worked, and after building this, I think I realize now. Unlimited ammo basically means that it'll shoot forever, but when your clip runs out, it'll reload. You have to reload it, but you never run out of clips. No reload means that your clip never empties, so it'll just shoot forever. So it's like the no reload incorporates the unlimited ammo. So if you set both, it really doesn't matter because no reload is an infinite clip, which means it'll just last forever and you don't have to reload. Armor, of course, is your standard armor, and you can see whenever you choose it and hit apply, you can see it change down here in the HUD. This is my HUD, so you can see the amount change with what you set here. To spawn a weapon, you choose the category. Here's all the weapons. If it's grayed out, that means it's not available in whatever game build you have running, or the spawn code that you've got set up isn't in the game. So if I want the baseball bat, I click the baseball bat and this button gives it. Once you have it, you have the tints, so you can change tints. Now, not all of them change with the tints, and in the game it does not clear. There's no hook to tell you what will change and what won't. In fact, the game tells me that this particular item has 8 different tints, and they're the standard ones, which are the colors that show there to the right. But it doesn't change when you hit those. So I don't know why. The components, whatever components are available for that particular thing, they will show up in this drop down right here. And you can choose it and it'll add it to it here. And if you want to remove it, you can just click the X and it'll go back to default. The check marks show the things that you have. So you have a baseball bat, and so you have something in the melee category, so this checkbox shows up for melee. And that one's always there. So you know that you have a weapon here, no matter which category you're looking at. So if I go to the assault rifle and say give, it gives it to me. This shows you your ammo. This is the total number of rounds that you have. It'll fill 4 magazines, and the current magazine holds 30 and contains 30. Hopefully that makes sense. These titles here change depending on which weapon you have. Like if I go back to the baseball bat, there's no ammo because it's a baseball bat. Let's see, let's try the pistol. So I have a total of 90 rounds, 4 clips, and 18 of 18 in the current clip. So this terminology changes depending on which weapon you have, and I've tried to keep that as realistic as possible. Remove all weapons, it takes them all from you, and you see all the check marks disappear. Give all weapons, gives all the weapons, and all the check marks show up. This shows you 2 add-on weapons that are in the file as a sample, and obviously weapon add-on 2 and weapon spawn name don't exist, so they're grayed out. But those are in there to show you the format in the JSON that you need to put new weapons in. And the guy who I had test it and set it up said it was super easy and didn't take him any time at all. So, loadouts. Let's say here's an LSPD loadout. When you choose it, it shows you what's in it. So it has a nightstick, an assault shotgun, and a Glock 20. I think that Glock 20 is an add-on that I don't have in here anymore. But, so I hit load. Yeah, so I've got melee and shotgun. Because the Glock 20 doesn't exist, it's not going to give it to me. So let's say, I don't have that anymore. Let's remove that. Hit save. Keep the name the same. And now, if I go back to LSPD, it doesn't have it anymore. Hopefully that makes sense. If you want a different loadout, let's say I also want him to have this flare gun and a combat pistol. So whatever's in my hands now, when I hit save, I can either give it a new name and save a different loadout, or save as the same name. When I hit save, now they are part of that loadout, whatever was in my hands. What's even better, let's say this pistol right here, I want it to have a flashlight and an extended clip and a suppressor. I want it to have all those. I hit save again. Okay, I'm going to remove all weapons. I'm going to choose LSPD. I'm going to load it. And I'm going to look at my combat pistol, and it has the things that I just added. So it saves components, it even saves tents. So it does not save how much ammo's in it, because that would be silly. But anyway, that's how you build a loadout and save it and load it. You can delete it, but it's permanent, so only do it if you really want to. If you say, okay, I want to add, let's say, I want this guy to have a grenade launcher, but I don't want the LSPD one to have that. You can hit save, change the name, and save it. And now you have LSPD and LSPD2. LSPD is still the same as it was. LSPD2 has a compact grenade launcher. It's super easy to set these, save them, change them, whatever. If I want to change this and say, you know what, I really want him to have an assault rifle too, I just hit save, leave the name the same. Now it has the assault rifle as well. I love this menu. I think it's super useful, very easy to use. Everything is right here. As you click on the things that you have, it switches between them. If you have it, it shows up. And you exit. Now if I go back in, I have 2 left, which is 2 loads. And I have 0 of 1 in the gun, apparently. Is that true? Yep. So I didn't reload it, so it says I have 0. If I reload it, and I go back in, I have 2 left, 1 by itself, 1 in the gun. So this updates with whatever you do. And hopefully that's enough information that gives you what you need to give. And this does have tents, and they do match. This goes back to the globals. So this is the weapons menu. Hopefully you find it super useful. Thanks for watching.
BigDaddyScripts.com